Hello, God bless you. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I will not be before you long. I want to share a word with you that God gave to me earlier today, and it was important to God, important enough to God to tell me to pull the car over and get this word. So if I'm gonna get chastised, I'm gonna take a couple of y'all with me because I got a little whoop today. God whooped my butt, but it's okay. I give them all the honor, glory, and praise. You know, you got to be checked by somebody. So, why not? Why not it be God? Go with me to Genesis 3. I'm going to read it out of the Message Bible. For those that struggle with reading the Bible and finding it interesting, I don't know how you cannot find it interesting, but for people that are challenged a little bit with reading the Bible, I would bid you to get a Message Bible, okay? It's a very easy read. It's very layman's terms, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So go with me to Genesis 3. I'm going to start at verse 1. The serpent was clever, more clever than any wild animal God had made. He spoke to the woman. Do I understand that God told you not to eat from any tree in the garden? The woman said to the serpent, not at all. We can eat from the trees in the garden. It's only about the tree in the middle of the garden that God said, do not eat from, do not touch, or you'll die. The serpent told the woman, you won't die. God knows that the moment you eat from that tree, you'll see what's really going on. You'll be just like God, knowing everything, ranging all the way from good to evil. Okay, check this out. So here's the thing. The serpent says to the woman, do I understand that God told you to eat, not to eat from any tree in the garden? It sounds to me like the enemy is picking. Sounds to me like the enemy is picking. Because if the enemy knew what tree it was, why didn't he just start the conversation about the tree? He posed the question, and God wanted me to pick up on this. We need to watch who we're communicating with. We need to watch the things that we're saying. We need to watch the things that we are going to do or that we are attempting to do. Have to be careful about the people because see, here the thing is, she was in the garden. Think about this. The serpent is something that we have the authority to trample over, we have authority over. Her husband named it. Her husband named it. Her husband told her not to do something. And she shared that information. And not only did she just share the information, but she also shared the location of that thing that had that much authority with something that was beneath her. So my sister and my brother, God is speaking to us that we have to guard our conversations. We have to guard the things that we think are okay to say, and they truly are not. We have to stop and think what the enemy may be asking, or what the individual, it may not even come across as an enemy. But you have to understand this. I have to know what I'm going to speak against in order for me to speak against it. If you have something that God has given you, if you have vision or a promise that God has given you, you have to be careful who you share that with. Your dreams can be so big to you and so big that people that know you may believe that you can achieve it, may even know that you can achieve it. And then there's this thing of, and it's a spirit. People can speak against that which you have been ordained, and it can cause you confusion because they're telling you what God said is not true. The serpent says, eat of it. But see, he needed her to eat of it so he would see if she would die. He would probably have wanted that to be the case, but he didn't explain to her, you're not going to die in the physical, but you may die spiritual. And then even with that, he may not have even known that, but he still wanted to see the outcome of it. Because here's the thing, once I know what it does, once I know it gets you cast out, once I know that God gets angry with you enough, I will use that on everybody that I see. So my people, my brothers, my sisters, please understand the things that you are not supposed to do. Be careful of people edging you on and telling you that it's okay to do it. Be careful that you are not giving your promises, your future and your destiny over to people that cannot handle your dreams. People do not intentionally want to be jealous, but it's something about people who have power and authority. People see in you what you cannot see in yourself. So my brother and my sister, I come to you today and I say to you, be careful of telling people where your tree is. Be careful of telling people what your tree does. Be careful of telling people that have no business in your circle, in your conversations, the things of God sometimes. If you are not telling them, thus says the Lord, and leaving it there and walking on it and standing on it, you don't ever talk to the enemy and tell the enemy, thus says the Lord, and then you back off of it. God is not buying it anymore. Don't get cast out, okay? My brother and my sister, God wanted me to say this to you. Read Genesis 3 if you would. Please take the time. Look at the questions in there. We're leading the enemy to our treasure. We're leading the enemy to our promises. We're in an environment and we're being circled and we're entertaining the enemy. Stop entertaining the enemy and watch those that pose questions and watch your responses, okay? My brother and sister, we are going to reap from harvests we did not sow. Believe me when I tell you this. God had me do this video, but I wanted you to know the seriousness of God's heart towards us. When he tells us to do something, we are to be obedient. We are to stand in front of the enemy and do that which we are told. The reward is so much greater. We didn't have to have all these trials and tribulations that we have, but Eve did something and her man followed. No order, disorder. Look at us now, disorder. I was kind of tough with that, right? But I wanted to share that. I wanted to be, I needed you guys to feel me on it. Feel me on it. Read Genesis 3. Don't lead them to your tree. Keep your head up and keep a smile on your face. We got to bluff sometimes. Don't let them know what your tomorrow is like. Be blessed, my brother. Be blessed, my sister. And thanks for sharing time with me. Love you.